Welcome to Inside Building and Construction with ZD Law. This is a program that's going to focus on the built environment, on infrastructure, on design, and on how critically important it is to all of us. My name is Michael De Chiara.
And I'm Michael Zetlin. And Michael and I are the founding partners of Zetlin De Chiara, a firm that has been representing the design, construction, and real estate industries for the last 2 decades. Through our involvement in this industry, we have met some of the key players that have helped literally build this world. And we're glad as part of this series to share them with you.
Michael and I always make it a habit to keep our eyes peeled for current developments and trends that we think will have an impact on the design and construction industries.
And what are the trends that you're seeing, Michael?
Well, you may have noticed about every 4 years with the arrival of the political season, everyone starts tossing around the word infrastructure. For some of those associated with the building industry, infrastructure means something very specific: a road, a bridge, a power plant. Engineers define infrastructure as projects, something to be designed. The economist defines infrastructure as something that generates revenue. The workers define infrastructure simply as a job. Politicians use it to get votes. Our society has, over the last 200 years, been the leader in the entire world in terms of infrastructure projects, from dams to tunnels, to rail systems, to telecommunications, to electric grids. And it's what's allowed our country to prosper and allowed our country to be the economic leader of the world.
Are you suggesting that's not going to continue, Michael?
Well, if current trends continue, it certainly will not be the future. And this is something that we have to address. Right now, as everybody knows, we're in a period of economic stagnation. We have high unemployment. We have crumbling and aging infrastructure, and we need to come up with a way to both build it and to fund how we're going to build it.
Funding is critical. We need infrastructure. How we're going to fund it becomes a very difficult question. But we look at places like China, which spends 9% of its GDP on infrastructure. India is spending 5%. US is less than 2%. India is looking to spend $50 trillion over the next 25 years. So I was reading this report called the RICS report, published by the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors.
That's what RICS means?
That's what RICS means.
Okay.
And they're talking about how we are lagging behind places like China, like India, like Australia, even Canada. And it just stresses the importance in these volatile economic times of finding alternative methods to finance our infrastructure. And I've been focusing lately a lot on public-private partnerships. And that's something that has been picked up in India. It's occurring in Canada. It's being dabbled in right now in the United States, but it's something we have to aggressively pursue.
What is a public-private partnership?
Public-private partnership is when private funds are used and invested in projects that historically may have been considered more of a public nature, such as bridges, such as toll roads. Looking at now, for example, Governor Cuomo thinking about using private funds to help finance the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Now, the Tappan Zee Bridge is going to be a very expensive project. Do you have any idea of what that's slated to cost?
Well, base price for that would be about $6 billion as a basic bridge right now is what they're looking at.
So something like that project would be perfect for a public-private partnership in an era where the state is starved for funds.